Xbox is ready to enter into the next generation of consoles. New rumors and talk from insiders are pointing to Xbox staggering the console generation by starting a couple of years before the PlayStation 6. The Xbox console generation is entering into its fifth year, and with most of their biggest games on the way and a couple of massive titles waiting for next generation, it looks like Xbox may start a new console as early as 2026. This news comes from the account The Ghost of Hope, who has a history of posting primarily Call of Duty leaks. According to Hope, he says that he's heard the next Xbox console is, quote, still coming in 2026 and will be called Xbox Prime. The Ghost of Hope has ties to a fairly proven track record of Call of Duty leaks, stating that Call of Duty's Infinity Ward team, their next Call of Duty game will be in 2026 and is being prepared for the next generation Xbox console. Windows Central Jez Corden immediately spoke up when the news broke and said he doesn't believe the next generation of Xbox consoles will be called the Xbox Prime. It's also unclear if the next Xbox console will launch in 2026 or just afterward. In fact, Xbox has been talking about the next generation console as early as 2022, with Phil Spencer reinforcing to the media that they were working on their next generation consoles right now. But there is a major advantage for Xbox to release hardware outside of PlayStation and Nintendo's time frame paired with PC. Xbox needs to offer their console consumers more power right now. The leaks and communication with Xbox, this new console is a PC console hybrid. It's also going to be using the latest RDNA 4 architecture and AMD's most comprehensive, powerful next-generation Radeon graphics. In this new hybrid Xbox console, Matt Booty explains their partnership ahead for PC and the next Xbox with AMD.
AMD has been an incredible partner to Microsoft in this journey, helping us drive innovation across every level of gaming. From powering the latest generation of Xbox consoles to enabling cutting-edge hardware for PC gamers, their technology has consistently pushed the industry forward. Our decades-long partnership with AMD has resulted in several of the underlying gaming technologies that are used by all the biggest developers today. This ranges from development of OS-level graphics APIs like DirectX 12 Ultimate and ray tracing, to larger caches, multi-threading, and driver optimizations that enable more games to be played on more devices. Our teams can't wait to see what they can do with the next generation of processors and GPUs with Ryzen X3D and RDNA 4. Technologies like FSR and frame generation make some of our most demanding games, like Starfield, run better. These optimizations give our teams more headroom to not just push more pixels, but to actually explore richer gameplay, deeper physics modeling, and more robust systems. And this dynamic of hardware technology enabling our devs to do more continues in the future, with FSR 4 on the latest graphics cards bringing high-quality machine learning upscaling to games like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 later this year.
The next Xbox console being hybrid means it would have a universal Windows and Xbox dashboard that will give full access to PC games across different storefronts, as well as enhanced Xbox console titles, giving you full control over graphics and performance settings, something that has never been seen before on console. Xbox's hardware lead Jason Ronald explained, quote, "We've been really innovating for a long time in the console space, and as we partner across the industry, it's really about how do we bring these innovations that we've incubated and developed in the console space and bring them to the PC and bring them to the handheld gaming space," end quote. Microsoft right now is looking at combining Xbox and Windows experiences together, and we should see those changes sometime in 2025. But we're seeing diminishing returns with newer hardware across PC and console that continues to advance, but shows little return when it comes to pixel rasterization and frame rate performance. This is why it's so important that the new Xbox console has full integrated hardware-based machine learning. For the first time, the next Xbox console in 2026 will have FSR 4 a machine learning software-based upscaler that frees up some 20 to 30% of performance budget, allowing games to look sharper and run faster and smoother than ever. This is the very foundation of modern graphics, so that, like Matt said, developers can concentrate on making more enriched and more immersive worlds. The new hardware for the Xbox will be based on RDNA 4 and Zen 6, but the specifics would be purely speculative this early on. It's safe to assume that Xbox cannot have another loss leader console, like they do currently with the Xbox Series consoles. Also expect this new hybrid PC console to be upwards of $700 or $800 to keep units in the profit margin. Xbox has many business ventures with Game Pass, cloud, PC games, multi-platform, and console, and they cannot afford to lose money when they continue to stay in the console market. A lot of people are saying, why would I buy a console that is anywhere near $1,000 when I can just buy a PC? But remember that this console hybrid would play all of your Xbox games plus give you access to PC games. So it would have an incredible backward compatibility feature, also giving you all of your games, saves, progression, and all of your achievements. The current popularity of handheld PC hybrids has also been ushering in an era of console-like PCs from third-party OEMs, like the Samsung, Lenovo, Dell, Asus, and Steam, all making their own console-like PCs. Here's one of the major concerns from fans right now who are wondering why Xbox is even attempting to be in the console market. Right now, the Xbox Series consoles are around 30 million sold, half behind the PlayStation 5 worldwide, and diminishing in their sales overall. It would be expected that the next Xbox console would sell even less. So if Xbox goes all out on a console hybrid, would we get the proper support for it? Xbox's customer base is growing on console on Xbox Live, with more games from their first-party studios than ever before. Support for the Xbox will be ramping up. Remember, the last 4 years, Xbox was in a holding pattern, with most of their big games not released until around the end of 2023. The push for bigger, more demanding games on Unreal Engine 5 will necessitate modern hardware and especially machine learning paired with new architecture and new RDNA feature sets. The next Xbox console is also launching with a brand new dynamic, immersive haptics controller. This controller has a lift-to-wake feature with gyro controls and multi-sized motors in the housing to mimic rumble and audio waveform micro haptic feedback that will bring new games to life, and best of all, will be fully backward compatible with older games to give you full haptic feedback experience on all of your games across Xbox and the PC library. This new controller will also integrate many of the elite features, making it a premier controller that is meant to be played across all of Xbox's supported devices and hardware. And Xbox knows that their controller is one of the most popular wireless controllers on the market. But what good is a brand new console if you don't have the games? Well, remember that Xbox is working on full next-generation iterations of their biggest franchises to launch on this new console, many of them at the end of this generation. Xbox is working with new Unreal Engine 5 Halo and possibly holding the massive open-world Creation Engine 2 Elder Scrolls 6 for next generation. But the next-generation Xbox hybrid console would have far more raw power and AI compute that will guarantee even the most demanding games and engines, provide us with a high-quality visual performance output. The idea of Xbox moving into a new console generation in just under 2 years is pretty exciting, and if official leaks back in 2022 project the next console to 2028, insiders are discussing the possibility of it being as early as 2026 or maybe 2027 to fast-track Xbox into a new generation, separating them from the competition just as Nintendo has. Whatever Xbox is cooking up, they have promised it will be the most technological leap in Xbox hardware history. And knowing the advances in modern hardware, lowering the cost of entry and offering far more power optimized for games, you can see why Xbox would want to jump into next generation as early as holiday 2026. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and thanks for Loki for helping me make it about Xbox in 2026. I'm not really sure if this is when they're going to launch next generation. It's something we've been hearing about for a while, but I also wouldn't think we would hear about it in 2025. If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new weekly content. If you want to further support what we're doing here on the Colteastwood channel. You can do it by hitting the join button below. You can also join the Patreon. You have several tiers there that will help keep Loki fed with dog food and keep him happy. And also, we can check out the Ecstasy podcast that runs every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And there we'll talk more about these news and leaks as they develop, as we get more insight from insiders and what everyone's talking about. But I want to know what you think about the next generation console. Are you even going to get this? Are you moving to PC? Are you excited to play all of your Xbox games plus PC games on one device? Let me know in the comment section. And while you're there, as I always say, be nice.